Yeah, I was hanging in there. My wife says I'm a nervous wreck, and we'll take a walk to get some air. I have nowhere to go. All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Wakar Kadash, and the Heavenly Father. True name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Bahashem, in the name of Hamashiach Kabashai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the lost tongue. And I say Barak to the elders and apostles, Ba'akim, Ma'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a sit-down lesson of the Wars and Rumors of Wars, July the 28th, 2026, on this Tuesday night, July the 28th, 2026. And you know, as we've been seeing, the coalition forces of the United States and Saudi Arabia use the airstrikes up in the Iranian-backed group over there in Iraq, because we've been seeing tensions been heating up for the past 3.5 weeks over there in Iraq and Syria. You know, especially with the proxy groups on and off, back and forth, especially with the pro-Iranian groups and the proxy groups and the Iranian urban Shigar, of course, been going against the the Israel Defense Force and those groups over there in Iraq and Syria. So keep that in mind as well too. It says from Air News, the Saudi Arabia strikes in Iran-backed military. The kingdom says it's not seeking escalations, but it seems like it is getting to that point, because especially what's taking place over there, Yemen, and over there in the Mediterranean Sea. Tensions have been heating up for the past 2 weeks between the Houthi rebels versus the Saudi Arabia. So that goes into that wars and rumors of wars, like it says in Matthew 24, chapter verse 6. It says top headlines: Saudi cabinet condemns Iranian-backed military attacks on kingdom. Right, and that's what they responded back. It says Netanyahu and Trump reaffirms a ironclad commitment to non-nuclear Iran during a White House meeting. And it seemed like Iran kind of responded back to that, but that's a surprising attack over their military base over there in Jordan, even though they had intercepted those missiles successfully. So that lets you know tensions are still there between Iran and Israel, and Iran and the United States, and the proxy groups versus against the Israel Defense Force. So that's what you call back and forth on with wars and rumors of wars between the nations. Check out the Middle East, which is West Asia. It says U.S. military intercepted missiles launched by Iran. It says all Iranian missiles were successfully intercepted. Added that instead of finding area targets by Iran, it says the mid-July flare-ups and fighting came after Iran attacked several ships in the Strait of Hormuz. Yeah, wars and rumors of wars. Hey, can you drop me off at 1 second, start getting ready, and then you can go to the junction? It says the Israeli airstrikes flattens mosque in Gaza City. Yep, wars and rumors of wars.
Anything else while I'm out? I thought we were giving your parents their gift certificate.
It says recent fighting with Iran further draws down key U.S. air defense stockpiles, analysts say. It says Saudi Arabia discussed regional tensions with Gulf counterparts. It says Saudi Arabia intercept drones launched from Iraq. Yep, wars and rumors of wars once again. It says Gutierrez urged full international support rise in Syria. The prophecy of Isaiah 17 verse 1 is still going to come to pass, we feel, because Syria is still a war zone between countries. It's the book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 6.
He's so sorry.
I'm going to start at verse 6. Matthew 24 and verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right, so we see it on it. Back and forth, wars and rumors of wars. It says, ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but it is not yet. Right, so it's going to come to pass, not going to end just yet. This is Matthew 24 and verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom is kingdom. Right, so we said nation shall rise against nation, kingdom is kingdom. So that's going to continue to increase. And we see that between the Saudi Arabia armies versus the Houthi rebels armies. Now, even though Saudi Arabia talking about they're not trying to seek an escalation, but they're doing it for self-defense. That's why they did a coalition airstrikes with the United States against the Iranian-backed group over there in Iraq. Because you've been having the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps been targeting those pro-Kurdistan groups and the Kurdistan armies over there in Iraq. So proxy groups been heating up once again. This is the book of Luke 21 and verse 25. It says, and there shall be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations with perplexity which one. Right, so we seeing the nations are in perplexity with these wars and rumors of wars right along with this. It's the prophet Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, while the armies of other nations prepare war. Wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near to come up. Right, so let all the men of war draw near to come up. As they continue to gather over there in Western Asia with the proxy wars on and off, and these escalations from a self-defense perspective between Iran, the United States, and Saudi Arabia versus the Houthi rebels. Joel 3 verse 10, beat your plowshares and swords and ponies at the spears, let the weak sound strong. Right, let the weak sound strong. With the pro-Iranian groups rising against the adversaries. All right, let's check out some more news articles. Check out the Jerusalem Post. Yep, it says from the Jerusalem Post, it says U.S. and Saudi militaries attack Iranian-backed militias in Iraq following a Iranian strike on U.S. bases. The U.S. officials told Jerusalem Post that Iran has launched at least 4 ballistic missiles towards the U.S. military bases in Jordan, adding that there was a major attack. It says live updates. Iran fired missiles at U.S. bases in the Middle East following a launch from Iraq towards Saudi Arabia. Check out these live updates. Yep, live updates from Jerusalem Post. As of July the 29th, 5:34 a.m.
A new kind of treatment for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Just one pill, once a day. Unbelievable. That's unbelievable.
It says U.S. CENTCOM performs Iran missile launches at bases in Middle East. Iran is ready for war. It says July the 29th, 1:33 a.m. reported from the Jerusalem Post reads, Iran is ready for full war with U.S. The Iranian negotiator Maladali says. It says by the Jerusalem Post staff, it says Iran is fully prepared for an all-out war. Siad Mohammed Madali in the Iranian Academy, who is closely affiliated with the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps, in a post on X/Twitter on Wednesday. Iran is fully prepared for an all-out war. Posted from his account on July the 28th, 2026. Yep, this is the book of Joel. Yep, Joel chapter 3 verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the. It said, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. And yeah, that's the spirit. That's the spirit too. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. And it says right here, they said Iran is prepared for all-out war. Now, according to him, one of the Iranian top negotiators, despite the fact the United States and Iran, they said they had progress in talks. So they hold it to military strikes for the past couple of days, for the 4th phase. Now we got this new escalation heating back up with the Iranian, with that surprising attack at those military bases of Jordan. So we're going to see how that plays out. We're going to see what the Trump administration is going to do. Is they going to respond back to those strikes? But it seemed like they didn't respond back. They only responded back with those airstrikes with the Saudi Arabia coalition forces targeting those military bases over there in Iran with the Iranian back groups. So we're going to see if the United States is going to respond back against the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps in with their military strikes by themselves. So we're gonna see how that plays out. It says Iran is ready for war with U.S. The Iranian negotiator has said. It says July the 29th, 1:27 a.m. It reads, U.S. official response to Iranian attack on Jordan bases. From the Jerusalem Post, it says Iran launches at least 4 ballistic missiles towards the U.S. military bases in Jordan in a major attack, U.S. officials told the Jerusalem Post on Wednesday. Another update, July 29th, 1:19 a.m. It says Iran launched missiles towards Jordan. It says the groups. It says a ground missile was launched from Iranian territories towards Jordan on Wednesday the morning, according to the initial reports. Iran semi-officials, Tasnim news agency reports. And this is from July the 29th, 12:09 a.m. It reads, it says, Yemen Houthis said they fired missiles at a Saudi oil tanker in Red Sea. Right, so this is like the second or third time they did it already within the last 2 weeks. I mean, the last week and a half, I meant to say. It says the Yemen Houthis said they fired missiles at a Saudi oil tank in the Red Sea, stepping up enforcement's newly declared maritime blockage of Saudi Arabia. It says an Iranian Lion Group military spokesperson, Yair Sari, if I pronounce his name right, says the vessels that had breached the blockage, ignored the warning calls, was forced to change course. Separately, the United Kingdom Maritime Trade Operations, the UKMTO, says on Tuesday that the masters of the tanker has reportedly hearing explosion while transiting the southern Red Sea. Reuters could not immediately verify whether the advisors was related to the incident reported by the Houthis. It says Saudi Arabia says drones launched from Iraqi targets oils intercepted. Yep, wars and rumors of wars. Okay. Now, what we have this is the book of Luke 21, verse 10. It says, then say he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. So these are more things to come of the rising tension between these armies of nations, and these are proxy groups over there in the Middle East and Western Asia. This is Revelations 11, verse 14. The second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. Right, so the second will pass, behold, the third will come.
Hello, Moto.
Room, your dad's a bit hard, faster, and everyone else is left.
This is the book of Revelations, 11 verse 14. The second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly. Right, so the second will pass, behold, the third will come quickly, which is Armageddon, Armageddon 1. So with that, hopefully this sit down, that's what's edifying of the this is a sit down lesson of the wars and rumors of wars as of July the 29th, July the 28th, 2026, on this Tuesday night. So with that, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and his only got the Son, Bahashem, and the name of Hamashiach, Yahushua. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, that's the Holy Tongue. And I said Rakathon to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim Ma'akov. Until next time, I say Kwame Shalom, Ball, Shalom. Fair use, fair use.